So how hard is it to run 100 miles? So according to Google, it is one of the most mental and physically grueling challenges that life can present. It is an event that can take months, if not years, to train for, with common side effects being hallucinations, loss of toenails, ruptured blood vessels, uncontrolled crying, and rhabdomyolysis, which, long story short, is pretty much where your muscles break down so much that it leaks into your blood and kind of causes you kidney damage. It's a challenge that demands immense physical endurance, mental fortitude, strategic training, and often takes over 30 hours, involving significant pain and fatigue. It is an insane challenge and something that requires years and months of dedicated training. And long story short, after running my first 70-mile race in June, in less than a month, I'm going to be running my first 100-mile race. And well, this week, I thought I could show you how I'm training for it. The more you do something, the better you get. That goes for literally anything, and most importantly, and especially, running. Right, let's go and do this. I truly gotta say, I really think the hardest thing in this challenge is getting up and out in the morning. Like every single morning that I come out and run, no matter what time of year it is, no matter if it's dark, no matter if it's light, like I can never really be bothered. And then as soon as you get through like the first 3K, it kind of becomes worth it. So yeah, today's run is a rather leisurely 15K at a medium pace. Right, let's lock in. Right, 3K in, I now feel bloody amazing. That was horrible getting out, but we're feeling good. And what can I say? London is truly beautiful at this time in the morning. $6K. I gotta say, really enjoying the peace that London offers at this time in the morning. I mean, I'm definitely disrupting that, and I probably shouldn't be shouting, but for anyone saying, oh, but James, you've got headphones in, there's actually no music playing. I don't like running to music. This just makes me feel slightly less of a weirdo and a little bit more, you know, professional. Right, well, we're halfway through. I don't know if you can see by that bridge behind me, but London is very much awake. Anyway, let's turn around and get home, because I also have other things I need to do today. 9K. 12K. We're almost there. And 15K. What a beautiful start to the morning. What a beautiful start to the week. What a beautiful day even. Oh. I think one of the most important things in pretty much every aspect of life is realizing that, well, you don't have to do it alone. Like, this is something that I did and have done for pretty much the vast majority of my life. And as I've kind of aged, I've kind of realized that, well, in pretty much every aspect of anything, whether it's business, I don't know, your personal problems, maybe not sleeping schedule, but most things, a problem shared is a problem halved. And finding people that inspire you, motivate you, push you to do better, or just in general, I don't know, want to spend time with you and, you know, do things that make you a better person will get you so much further in pretty much everything. The thing that is worth noting is that sometimes people can let you down. And that has kind of technically happened today. I mean, in fairness, they are very ill, kind of a little bit like me. Except we are still going to be doing the run today because, well, the 100-mile race is not going to be thinking about whether I was ill or not in December. All it's going to be thinking about is whether I did enough training. And I can't really afford for that to happen. Now I've got to say, I really believe my biggest learnings for the first time that I did this is, number one,
only you are going to be able to do the miles to do this. When you're signing up for this on your sofa, in your warmth, and you're like, oh, this will be fun. Trust me, on the day, if you haven't put the work in, you are screwed. And number two, a lot of it is kind of in your head. And truth be told, days like today, when the whole universe is pointing you to like not to go on the run and stay in bed, that's the perfect time to prove to yourself that you are capable of doing exactly what you've just signed yourself up to do, which, by the way, is like totally mental. Because trust me, when it gets to mile 60 and mile 70 and your whole body is telling you enough is enough, you'll be able to draw on moments like today knowing that, like, you know, even if it's small, you can fight through those moment by moment, and then before you know it, that 100 miles or whatever it is that you're going for will be yours. I mean, well, at least that's how I approached it when I did my 72 miler. We'll see how the 100 miler goes.
So I'll say it once and I'll say it again. 6,000 meters. Now, depending on how good your geography is, that means that I'm also potentially summiting a mountain higher than the highest mountain in Europe, on top of already running 100 miles. Obviously, because of the way that a 100-mile race works, I probably will be taking these inclines very, very slowly and then running the flats. But because London is also as flat as a pancake, and because I also do really need to train this, thankfully we're at Freya's today. So we're going to go run around her countryside and hopefully find some rather large hills that I can do some practice on.
It truly never ceases to amaze me how much fresher the air is outside of London. Like, it just fills your lungs. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. I think it's fair to say I definitely need to do some more hill climbing. I can feel my heart coming out of my chest. Tell you what, the burn makes the view from the top just that much sweeter. Oh, it's a beautiful view. You know the hill's steep when you're worried about slipping on the way down. Oh my lord.
So, good evening. The time is currently 9:45. I just got back from set because we just shot our first ever billboard for the brand, which is insane and amazing. However, it also meant that because I got back from Freya's last night at like 11:45, and because I had to be at set this morning at like 7, I didn't have time to go on a run this morning, which means that, well, we've now got to go on a run now. Clarify, some of you might think that this is like kind of insane, but I'm also travelling to Belgium tomorrow at 4:30 in the morning, so I kind of want to use tomorrow as my rest day and just have that completely off and just enjoy time with my family because we are going to Belgium for Christmas. So yeah, let's go do some speed training. Now, you might be wondering why someone who is running a 100-mile race with the simple goal in mind of just finishing it, no matter the pace, is currently doing pace training. And the number one reason is that, well, your body is going to be under such stress that basically during your training you have to try and work out a way to raise your lactate threshold. And long story short, if you can raise your lactate threshold, you also raise your stamina. And one of the best ways of doing this is to run really, really fast for as long as possible. So yeah, today we're going to be doing 3-minute 1K splits. I'm not looking forward to it.
The amount I regret leaving my trainers at Freya's. I start running in plimsolls. Oh my god. Alright, it's 5 AM, about 4 hours sleep. Let's go to Belgium. Let's go to Belgium. I am so ill, I've had 4 hours sleep. Oh. I'll fuck this. Welcome to Belgium.
Some people come to Belgium for chocolate and the waffles. I came to Belgium to lie by the pool and try to sleep.
When I tell you that I look forward to rest day, literally all day, every day, until we get to rest day, like, I'm exhausted, like, truly. Like, when I tell you that running takes a lot out of you, it takes a lot out of you, and this is very much needed.
The biggest thing that I missed when running my first ultra was that I spent no time in the gym. Now, I do understand that that might sound a little bit odd. You know, in principle, you might be like, oh, you just need to run as much as possible so that you can get as many miles into your legs as possible so that you can deal with all the terrain. But actually, building muscle in and around your legs so that you can actually deal with the amount that you're running is just as important. Number one, because you need to be able to deal with the terrain, you see you're going to need a lot of power to, well, deal with the inclines, and then you're also going to need a lot of muscle mass to absorb all the force that's exerted on your legs when you're going down the declines. And then number two, and this is kind of the same for all sports, but you need stability. Your body is going to be going under a ridiculous amount of stress, and the joints are going to be dealing with movements, etc., that it's maybe not quite used to dealing with. And if you can take some of the load off those, not only do you reduce your chance of injury, you're just going to have like more fun running. Now, in terms of today's workout, it's probably going to be a little bit more associated with stability, just because, well, we're kind of limited. I know that those exercises might look a little bit ridiculous, but if you have runner's knee and you do 3 sets of those like 3 or 4 times a week, I promise you within 2 weeks it'll be gone. Like, they weren't magic, truly. Beautiful. So, good afternoon. We have made it back from Belgium this morning. Admittedly, feeling much more refreshed, albeit the train this morning was, well, it's still 4 hours back. Fortunately, we made it back before it's dark, which means that today's activity won't be, well, it's going to be hard, but it could be a lot worse if I was starting or doing the entire thing in the dark. This afternoon is everyone's favourite day of the week, and that is the long run. Yeah, I'm going to be honest, I have like a serious love-hate relationship with this day every day of the week. The major issue with this at the moment is that each week I try and add an extra 5k to the long run, and we are now at the point where, like, well, we're running a marathon each week, basically, on top of all the other training. And obviously I'm not saying that, you know, I'm not like Mo Farah, I'm not about to go and do a 2-hour marathon, although I wish I would, because that would make my life a lot easier and it would be done a lot faster. But it eats up a lot of time, I get exhausted from it every single week, and then on top of that, we then have to go back to running again tomorrow. But the good news is, my new trainer's arrived. So, that's kind of fun.
Now, coming into today, I had 3 excuses to not do this. Number 1, I don't have any running gear. All my running gear is at home. I normally do my long runs at home, and unfortunately, well, fail to prepare to fail. And that means that we're gonna have to do the entire run without water and without gels, which is not necessarily a bad thing because ultras, you do stop off and refuel along the way anyhow. Number 2, it's the evening. It's a beautiful evening, and I am gonna enjoy this run, but that is also gonna mean that, well, at this time of year, it gets dark very, very quickly. So we're gonna have to deal with that later on in the run as well. And number 3, let's be honest, running a day after leg day on the longest run of the week, not really the smartest move, but again, we'll deal with that as it comes. My legs are a little bit stiff and we can readjust that for next week. But for now, we're gonna get through. We're gonna enjoy the sunset. And yeah, it's gonna be a beautiful evening. 27 minutes in, we've got our first number up on the board. We're 5k in, 37k to go. Whew, we're feeling good. Sorry. Oh my god, it's like bloody Maze Runner. Right, well, I was doing about 5:30 a minute. We're about 10k in. We've really started to hit a rhythm, but we seem to have hit some traffic. Oh my lord. 15. I'm feeling really good. Really, really good. Note to self, don't run next to Big Ben right before Christmas in the busiest hour of the day during rush hour. Only ever means that you're gonna end up walking. Definitely gonna need to take a different route on the way back. Anyway, it's nice to actually see some of London for once. I mean, I don't ever tend to leave my flat, so this is actually quite nice. Almost 20k in now. Feeling alright. Not as good as I'd have liked, but feeling alright. In a sense, maybe the queuing and the crowds aren't too bad because it actually allows me to recover a little bit, build on my strength. Ideally, it wouldn't be happening though. Just trying to find the silver lining, to be honest. Let's get a drink, a snack. I feel like Gollum with the ring. Obviously, as good as a Mars bar is, the only thing that I do find really irritating about this is that, like, when I'm running, I like to get into a full-on meditative state, and you know, I just think about nothing else other than the road ahead of me. And the problem is with like all these people and then having to stop for food, etc. Like, it kind of ruins that. But I'm still feeling pretty good. I'm kind of pleased with like how strong my legs are feeling. But still, always important to still rehydrate and get some, I want to call it nutrition. It's not really nutrition. It's something on board. Right, let's get back out on the road before I stiffen up. And then we'll have a whole host of other issues to face. Right, so we're just over 30k through. Couple slight issues that we're currently facing. Number one, I can't really feel my hands, which is not great because I'm currently in an area of London that I've never been in before. So if I get into a conflict, I might be in trouble. And secondly, I'm kind of lost. Anyway, as we kind of come to the end of this, and you're probably sat there now thinking at the end of this video that this man might be a little bit crazy. I don't know, maybe not. My mum thinks I'm crazy, so that's at least one viewer who probably thinks that I am. But I thought I'd try and give you a little insight into my mind as to why exactly it is that I'm kind of putting myself through all of this. And this is from my journal. But long story short, there is no sequel. The second book will be as if you never even existed. So live this one to the fullest, do everything, dream of everything, be the best man you can be. Because although we're all flawed, striving for anything less than perfection is a failure. Do everything. Anyways, that's my marathon. Over and out. And do you know what the best part of all of that is? We gotta do it again next week. Christ, the bag off the sofa, Fred's gonna have a fucking nightmare. Oh, the joys of running.